The 2022 RORC Transatlantic Race started on time in glorious conditions outside Marina Lanzarote. A flotilla of spectator boats witnessed the spectacle, and thousands more watched by live stream, with Vendée Globe star Pip Hare providing commentary. After months of preparation and planning, the 3,000 nautical mile race to Grenada had begun for the 256 sailors from 27 different countries. The record fleet of 30 boats set off at blistering pace downwind, leaving Lanzarote behind. The RORC fleet will race through the Canary Islands before sailing into the open waters of the Atlantic. A complex weather system promises a fascinating race to Camper and Nicholson's Port Louis Marina in Grenada. 15 to 20 knots of wind with a wave height of nearly 1.5 meters made for a spectacular downwind start, commented RORC Deputy Racing Manager Tim Fabron. Both the Mokra and combined IRC class starts were very competitive. It just shows how spirited this fleet is. The RORC race team will be monitoring their progress throughout the race 24/7, and as with all of our club's events, we wish all our competitors a safe and enjoyable race. Jose Juan Calero, Managing Director of Calero Marinas, commented, "It is fantastic to see the race start in perfect conditions. I speak for all of the team at Calero Marinas and all of the supporters of this race, to say we are so proud of how this race has developed. It is an amazing experience for all of the sailors. This is the 8th year we have hosted the start, and I thank the RORC for putting their trust in Lanzarote to deliver. A big thank you to the International Maxi Association and the Yacht Club de France for supporting the race." At speeds of over 30 knots, the powerful multi-hulls in the Mokra class were first away. Jason Carroll's MOD 70, Argo, won the pin end with Giovanni Saldini's Multi 70, Maserati, first to cross the line to leeward. The Italian team was the first to jibe inshore, and to the turning mark at Puerto Calero. However, Peter Cunningham's MOD 70, Powerplay, ripped out in front, hitting a speed of 33 knots.
Next will be a Jenica film.
Powerplay was first to clear the passage between Lanzarote and Fuerteventura. Argo and Maserati jibed south of the rum line, but Powerplay continued to head to the north. Less than 3 hours into the race, the trio had traveled over 70 miles. L4 Trifork got the best start of the big boat class, with Joan Lesson at the helm and Bao Becking calling the shots. L4 Trifork started to leeward and got into clean air to hoist their massive spinnaker. L4 Trifork was originally the VO 70 Ericsson 4, but now has DSS foils and a longer bowsprit. Turbocharged would be an understatement. However, the 100-foot canting keel Maxi-Comanche, skippered by Mitch Booth, also got away well, passing L4 Trifork to windward in a show of power.
Yeah, my name's Mitch Booth. I'm the skipper of this lovely boat here called Comanche. We're in our final preparation for the Transatlantic, and things are going well. Obviously, there's a lot of preparation. We've got a big team. We're 24 people. 21 will be racing on board. But pretty happy the way things are going. Just fingers crossed the weather's going to play ball. Yeah, well, of course, the handicap is completely open for anyone to win on handicap. But our objective is to try to be the first monohull, and hopefully, if the weather cooperates, we can try and set a new record.
L4 Trifork jibed on their line, and might have even got a tow in their quarter wave. It was an aggressive start by both teams. 3 hours into the race, Comanche leads by 5 miles. Behind the leaders on the water, HYPR, sailed by Jens Lindner, has taken a northerly position. The Polish National Foundation's VO70, I Love Poland, and the Austrian Ocean Racing's VO65, CC, are further to the south. The superfight between the offshore 50-footers got off to a cracking start. Max Klink's boat in 52, Caro nailed the pin end of the line like the team was starting an inshore race. David Collins' boat in 52, Thala, was hardly shy of the line either. The boat in 56, Black Pearl, helmed by Stefan Jentzsch, was also in the mix. 3 hours into the race, the trio was screeching along, 3 abreast, at close to 20 knots of boat speed. Andrew Hall's Lombard 46, Pata Negra, pulled away from the class at the start to lead on the water. Boat captain Chris Jackson called in just after the start, "It's great to get going, and we are doing very nicely, touching 12 knots, and it is great to be first on the water in our class." Ross Applebay's Oyster 48, Scarlet Oyster, had a great tactical start, hugging the coast of Lanzarote to record a velocity made good of over 10 knots. Christopher Daniels, J122, Juno, is racing across the Atlantic for the first time, and contacted the race team after the start. Glamour conditions for the start. "We managed to recover quickly from a blown fitting on the tack line, and are now enjoying a VMG run downwind past the amazing Lanzarote coastline. Having passed the turning point off Puerto Calero, we will make our way through the Canary Islands, next stop Grenada." Without doubt, IRC1 has the biggest variety of yachts in the RORC Transatlantic Race. 3 classic yachts are racing under IRC, including Remy Gerin's Fiauhi, who is a larger-than-life character and racing his 65-foot cutter-rigged sloop two-handed with Bernard Jean Baylet. Racing a traditionally built boat with just 2 people requires all-round skill, but the pair are not short on humor either. Besides an exercise bike below deck, Remy admits to having a huge quantity of broccoli on board. "I love it, but my children don't, so this is one of my big treats on board. I don't get enough at home," laughed Remy. Summing up the commitment by the Royal Ocean Racing Club to this race, RORC CEO Jeremy Wilton commented, "It takes a lot of resources from the whole RORC team and from our partners both here in Lanzarote, and across the ocean in Grenada. The preparation before the start and the welcome at the finish are all part of a great experience for competitive teams racing 3,000 miles. Ocean racing is part of our name, it is in our DNA, and the majority of our members around the world are ocean racers. The RORC is respected for managing racing, and for our safety standards. To provide great offshore races is what we strive to deliver, and these also become bucket list events. For full coverage of the RORC Transatlantic Race, including race updates and stories from the teams, follow the Royal Ocean Racing Club on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. For regular updates including satellite tracking, go to www.rorctransatlantic.rorc.org.